Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for November 2022. You start off here with these two cards that I haven't even read. It says New Moon in Pisces, meditate and contemplate. And also says a fixed moon holds your vision. So I feel that your vision is going to be very important. It seems to me that your vision on what you want to create in your life is the most important. You have this spider card coming up in the near future as well, which says make your dreams real. Spiders are all about just telling and weaving the story that you want for your life, but doing it through your powers of manifestation, through literally writing out what you want, through your actions, through everything. And that seems to be very important in this reading for you. This first position here is going to represent your past. And again, I feel that for a lot of you, you have just been developing your vision for your life, which makes a lot of sense. Again, you had Jupiter in your sign. I think something people don't understand about Jupiter in the first is that it's in the first and it won't come back for 12 years. And it kind of gives you time to think about how you want to be, how you want to appear in the world, how you want to expand into the world, what you want to grow in the world, and all this other stuff. And it also is how you want to grow as a person. So we have Jupiter, of course, retrograding back into Pisces at this point, and it will be here until pretty much the end of the month. Then it's going to start moving forward at the end of the month, and it will officially leave at the end of the year. But I think you have a really good opportunity here to set something in stone regarding how you want to appear to the world and how you want the things in your life to appear and kind of like what you want to accept into your life as well. It's kind of weird. I have like the word star power or something popping into my head. Some of you, this could be like you becoming famous, but it's more popping into my head as kind of manifestation, being able to manifest very quickly. You have the Ten of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Hierophant. Again, makes perfect sense based off of everything that I just said, because the Hierophant, to me, reminds me of Neptune and Pisces energy. Yes, I understand that this represents Taurus. Trust me, I've been doing this for years. But intuitively, I kind of feel more of this Neptune and Pisces energy because Neptune and Pisces is a direct challenge to traditional belief. We are all raised to believe certain things, and the Two of Swords and the Ten of Wands says to me that maybe some beliefs that you have had in your life have held you back. And on the Two of Swords, she has this new island behind her here. And that new island kind of represents something new she could experience, something new that she could really enjoy in her life, or, new experiences, new ways of doing anything in her life, business, love, health, spirituality, everything. It's all new over there. And I feel that maybe you've gotten sick and tired of being sick and tired. I think I said this to you in a reading like a while ago. And I feel that what you are sick of is just like the same old story. And we even see that story coming to an end. You have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a card where he is carrying those burdens on his shoulders. These aren't necessarily bad because he planted those wands in his field, and that is his home in the background. He's about to release the things that have burdened him for a very long time. I get a very strong sense of like confidence here. I don't think it's necessarily, I don't want this to sound wrong, what I'm about to say, Pisces, but I don't necessarily think it's easy for you to be confident, but I don't mean that as in like you're not confident. I think that just in certain areas of your life, if we go this way, we have the Five of Wands feeling conflicted about love, but I don't think it's about love. I think it's about the choices you make with the Lovers card. So maybe you're learning to be more confident in the choices and decisions you make. And I feel like you have this Seduction card here. So I feel like you're kind of looking at all decisions you make in life and you're saying, what things are just lust. What things in my life, and I'm not just talking about love here, this is everything popping into my head. I feel like you're really getting down to the details and saying, okay, like these things are good for me, these things are bad for me. So and look, with the Ten of Wands, you have the Devil. Some of you have the Devil twice here. Does the Devil need to be part of your story is what I feel like this is saying. The Devil could be anything. And again, it kind of makes sense to me with Jupiter in the first. Again, we could be releasing, toxic habits, healing. We could be losing weight like I'm trying to do, right? I've been failing big time, right? But we're going to get there, right? Trust me, Beachbody 2024, right? Or what year is next year? 2023. Let's do 2023. That's better. But what I would say here is that there could be some things you're releasing, especially when it comes to how you appear to the external world. It might be your appearance, but doesn't have to be your appearance. It could also be like things that you're working on or, whatever you don't want to be part of your story. With the Two of Swords, you have the Page of Swords here. I feel like you need to stop thinking about the past here, Pisces. And again, it doesn't have to be love. This could be anything. I kind of feel there are some parts of your story maybe that you're not proud of, or there are some things that make you feel weak. I'm really surprised that the Five of Pentacles didn't show up in this first row because I get that feeling of, things that make me feel powerless. And I feel like you're removing those things from your life. With the Hierophant, you have the Ace of Pentacles, literally says focus on the new. Ace of Pentacles is something you can grow. In all areas of your life, I feel that you're very clear about things that you can grow and things that you can't grow. And I really feel it says stop watering things that don't grow. It's just that simple. I feel this Ace of Pentacles is saying put energy into things that can transform, that can change, that can grow. It's like sometimes I think we stay stuck to our old story because we know what to expect, right? We don't have to experience this bottom row right here. This bottom row is entering into situations that are always changing. I think sometimes, like in love, we stay in love with a person because we know what to expect and they never change. But is that a good thing? I feel like this reading is saying, no, you need to enter into situations that cause you to evolve because that's why we're here. So I feel like you could be looking for situations, but this is like a good thing. Again, I get this different kind of sense of confidence from your reading where you are looking for situations in all areas of your life that force you to grow or force you to evolve. So you might be looking for relationships that are different that cause you to grow. You might be looking for business opportunities or risks in business that force you to grow. And again, feels extremely powerful. Next, in the area of your present, you have this canary spirit. It says sing your own song. And you also have the spider spirit. Kind of similar, actually. It says make your dreams real. But again, the spider in your present position here, this row represents your present, is like a card of the story that you tell about yourself. I would be very careful of your words. It's kind of funny because, I was talking to my mom about this actually this morning because the other day she mentioned like another YouTuber who hasn't been posting videos and she like said this person's name and like literally today they posted a video after like a very long break, which is like super interesting because it's like, again, I think our words are very powerful. We could say something and it's kind of like Beetlejuice, It's like you could say someone's name and maybe they show up and maybe you don't want them to show up or maybe you do. I don't know, but again, take it how it resonates. And I would also say that I would start speaking very highly of yourself. The thing with the canary spirit is, again, you're a Pisces. Nothing in your life is going to be like anyone else's life. So there is nothing, I think maybe the hardest part of being a Pisces is there's nothing to compare yourself to, right? We're like meant to be the true innovators. When you think of some of the biggest innovators in the world, like Steve Jobs, people like that, all Pisces. So, I think people think of Aquarius as the innovators, and I'm not saying that they're not, but there's just, I think Pisces, and I don't want to brag about Pisces, but I am going to brag about you because, again, I think we just have that a little extra sauce as far as being able to do things that no one else can. And that's what this is asking you to do. But it's also saying that you have ideas, I feel, in your head that are maybe a little bit different, that are maybe you want to take your business in a new direction. And that's exactly what I'd be doing here. You have the Devil, the Five of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. I definitely feel you need to be very specific with where you put your energy here, Pisces. Look, you have the Five of Wands as your bottom card there, which is interesting. But this to me is saying, are you investing in the right situations in your life? Again, none of this right here. I would be focusing on like this and this right here. The Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, which is happiness, teamwork, joy, your community, people who are actually important to you, situations that are actually important to you. I wouldn't be focusing on anything that steals your energy or makes you feel weak, plain and simple. So I would avoid devil energy, anything that makes you feel this, whatever that is for you. The devil steals our energy. It's like an energy vampire. So again, avoid it. The Five of Wands is conflict. So I do feel you have been experiencing some conflict and conflicted feelings. I would also say that, again, as I always say to you, as far as competition is concerned, I feel like there is no competition. If something is meant for you, it's meant for you. I always say, like on this channel, it's like people always ask me, I want to start a tarot channel, but there's a lot of competition. I'm like, yeah, but you know what? If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. It doesn't matter if there's a billion people doing it. There's more than enough to go around. I think, again, sometimes I think people don't realize like the sheer numbers that exist of people who watch YouTube. It's insane. So it's like, trust me, we are only scratching the surface as far as the possibility of views are concerned. And year over year, tarot is growing. So, as I always say, whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be tarot. I'm just giving you an example here. I feel like there is no competition. And again, no one does it like you, Pisces. You have the Six of Pentacles. I feel like a little bit of needing to build up your strength with this Six of Pentacles. I feel this energy of, again, needing to make sure that you invest in the things that invest in you in all areas of your life and that make you feel strong and brave and bold and powerful and courageous. And you're going to have to start small, maybe. I feel maybe there are some things that you do that already make you feel like this, but it's kind of like there's a saying, the better you feel, the better you feel, right? So it's like, I would be creating those positive snowballs in your life as much as you can. With the Devil, are you kidding me? This is why I don't take pop-outs. This is why I don't take bottom cards, because again, I read intuitively. My hand picks intuitively as well, and there you go. So avoid conflict. Avoid things that cause conflict in your life. With the Five of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords. I thought I saw the Knight of Swords somewhere else, but I guess not. So I feel for a lot of you, that would be careful of rushing any decisions as well. I kind of feel a need of like needing to allow things to play out, needing to allow things to kind of process this month. I think it's going to be a very good month. This month for you Pisces, I feel is kind of like a taste of what after maybe like January of next year is going to be like for you. And it's not like things are going to get worse in December or anything. I think slowly but surely things get better and better. But again, once we get past January and then again past like March, I think it's going to be a really, really good year for you, just plain and simple. I feel this energy of rushing decisions, and I feel this is saying slow things down and allow things to develop. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Two of Swords. Definitely have the Two of Swords twice here. It's like you can't see something here, Pisces. What's over here? So again, I feel some of you need to set yourself free from where you are. Don't limit yourself. Maybe your current business is limiting. Maybe you're meant to expand more or grow more. So I feel this is kind of saying explore your boundaries and push it a little past those boundaries in all areas of your life. I mean, are you kidding? You have the Nine of Wands, literally the card of boundaries. I don't think this is talking about love or business or just one thing. I think it's talking about everything. I feel that there are, like I see a square around you. It's like you only ever make it to the edge of the square. But I feel like if you just start kind of pushing it a little bit outside the boundaries of like what you think you're capable of, what you've experienced, then, I think it's going to blow your life wide open. A very powerful reading, the feeling I get here, Pisces. Next in the future, you have this Winds of Change card, curveball. It says your surroundings will undergo a transition. You have this Seduction card. It says passion and romance await. So for those of you looking for love, definitely could be love coming in for you. I mean, you do have the Three of Swords in this row, but I kind of feel like it's saying you need to let go of past heartbreaks and past situations and heal from those things. Three of Swords is about forgiveness, and it's not about forgiving. You don't even have to forgive the person directly. It is about removing the swords from your own heart and maybe forgiving yourself for mistakes that you feel like you've made in relationships, or just forgiving them in your own heart so that you can pull those swords out of your heart. I also feel that some of you, if you are going through a heartbreak, the Three of Swords represents a temporary situation. It's raining on the Three of Swords, and it's meant to represent something temporary. I also feel that forgiveness will open you up to new romance. So again, if you want new love, then what I would say here is that I would forgive so that you can have an open heart with this card and allow new love into your life. You have the Three of Cups, Three of Swords, and the Lovers. I kind of feel like some of you are overgivers, typical Pisces. Like I'm a Pisces, I totally get it. Some of you, I feel this is like an overgiving situation. The reason I say that is because Three of Pentacles, sometimes I feel Three of Pentacles is a lesson. Sometimes I feel the lesson with Three of Pentacles is that you need to learn to find relationships where there's actually equal give and take. You need to find relationships where the person actually wants to work on a team and things like that. Sometimes I think I say this and people think I'm speaking critically of past people who didn't put in the work. And it's like, no, if you chose to overgive, then that's on you, right? So I'm blaming you, Pisces. But what I would say is that with this energy, I feel definitely needing to heal. You do have the Three Cups here. For some of you, I know everybody and their mother reads this as a third-party situation. For some of you, Devil twice. I mean, I really don't read it as a third-party situation unless there's like a bunch of negative cards here. You have the Three of Swords, Devil twice. Could have been a third party that you have dealt with in the past. But again, I feel at the same time, it's not even worth focusing on because, again, this reading is clearly saying you will get exactly what you focus on. So even if it was a third party, if you want another third party, sure, focus on it. But if you don't, then I would focus on teamwork, happiness, joy, abundance. I would also be focusing on something that's outside your boundaries. If you have a tendency to repeat stories in love where it's like maybe your past few relationships have been exactly the same, if you really think about it, then I feel this is saying try something new, try something different, or kind of back up a little bit. Again, I'm very against playing games in relationships. I think that's a problem with modern day relationships in the first place. But what I would say here is I feel like you need to be a little bit more Empress, a little bit more kind of in receptive mode, allowing someone to do things for you, allowing someone to give to you instead of being an overgiver. So of course we have to do this in balance, but that's what I'd say here. I also feel that, again, clearly there are new decisions that you're making outside of love, and these are things that are going to kind of feel really good for you. I feel like you almost feel seduced by things. I think sometimes the word seduction gets a bad rap. So what I would say here is if you're wondering like, I have this new opportunity to start this new business. Is it seduction or do I really want to do it? I think what you need to look back on is your story. Again, with that spider spirit, maybe you need to write out what your future life looks like, what you want to do every single day. I think when we do this, when we write down our perfect day, for example, if we get a business opportunity, we can look at it and say, does this fit in to what I say my perfect day is? Does it make sense based off of what I have here written down? And if it doesn't, then it's probably bad seduction. If it does fit, then maybe you're being led to it for a reason. With the Three of Cups, you have the Ten of Cups. I do feel there's love coming in for some of you. Could be a Scorpio, Capricorn, Taurus. Could be any sign, general reading, but those are the two signs that stand out to me right now. So 10 of Cups, happy home, happy family. With this Three of Swords, you have the Six of Wands, success. Some of you could be getting over a heartbreak here. There could be jealousy in this situation. You see this person over here. They're meant to look jealous. I would just ignore it. Again, Mars retrograde, I always tell people, ignore jealousy, gossip, all that other stuff. It's just going to come back to bite you if you think about it with this energy. But I do feel there's a lot of attention coming in for you. Remember what I said, star power. So I feel there's just positive attention. With the Lovers, you have the Five of Cups, disappointments, sadness, and love. But again, I don't want to say get over it to Pisces, but get over it. I feel like there's something so much better coming in for you. If you're holding on to something from the past that didn't work out, I feel you need to be grateful for what you have, because that's going to lead to this bridge and this castle. So I feel there's something that's much, much better. I'm wondering if some of you had a connection recently in the past, over the past couple of years or whatever, just putting this all together where maybe you really thought it was your person or you thought it was something special. And so that might be why it's hard to let go of, but I feel like there's something much better coming in for you here, Pisces. For others as well, again, stop comparing yourself to other people in work, business, and whatever it is that you work on. Finally here, Pisces, you have this tree card. It says stability and growth. You have this witch card. It says magic and curse on it. I personally don't believe in curses because, I don't know, I feel like I'd be dead if they were real. Plain and simple, right? And I have a simple exercise for you, Pisces, if you feel like you're being cursed. All you have to do is picture yourself in a mirror. Every single day I wake up, I picture myself in a mirror, and I picture anything that is coming into my life bouncing off of that mirror. Also, in the shower, I always tell people about, I think it's James Van Prague. I can't remember who it is, but I stole this from somebody. I can't remember who. But basically, you picture a golden egg around your body in the shower, and then you picture like dirt running off of the golden egg, so you're cleansing your energy. So if you're worried about that, that's exactly what I would do. But I feel this is more talking about magic anyway, and I feel it's also talking about what you focus on. I also feel that there is a lot of growth coming in for you. Again, this row represents your outcome. You have the Three of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the Death card. So some sort of transformation, obviously. We have a lot of transformation cards here. I also feel that I'm getting a lot on this Three of Pentacles, Pisces. For those of you looking for love, I feel you're no longer listening to words. I feel you're like, show me the work. Look at it. This guy's done the work, and he's showing these people the work. It's funny that this is a fire triangle, this is a water triangle. I feel like that water triangle is almost like you. And I feel like you're saying, if you put in the work, then sure, I will insert myself into this situation. I also feel like you want someone who has similar morals and ethics to you. This guy here, he represents a monk. So it's popping into my head as like Hierophant energy, which you have here, which is maybe you're looking for a person who has a similar belief system. I actually don't think we should find people who are exactly like us. I think we should find people that cause us to grow, like I said earlier. But I do feel that. I also feel like you're looking for something fun. You can see that this lady here has polka dots on her cloak, which represents fun. And I also feel like you're clearly looking for someone who puts in the work. That guy's putting in the work. I'm also getting something here about really, really focusing on quality. Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work, but there's like a little bit extra there. That water triangle, again, on this card right here, this water triangle represents doing extra. It's kind of like the icing on the cake. So in work, in business, wherever you're trying to grow, I would be kind of throwing some extra icing on the cake here. It's like, how can you increase the quality of what you do? And again, without knowing what you do, I have no clue what to say. But, again, you're going to have to think about it and use your brain. Next, you have the Page of Wands. Some sort of adventure that you want to go on. Again, this is probably expanding your boundaries, like I said, with that Nine of Wands. Or I don't think you're testing your boundaries. I think you're like a dog who has just learned that the electric fence has been turned off. That's how I see this reading for you, Pisces. It's you're gone. I feel like you're out of here, right? So it's like you want to explore all of a sudden. Something has happened, and it's weird that it's happening in the outcome. Like I didn't see that anywhere here except for the testing the boundaries, but maybe that's what the reading is saying is you've tested the boundary, you found out the electric fence is off, and you're gone here, Pisces. You have the Death card. If you have an electric fence, you might want to get it checked, by the way, just to let you know. But you have the Death card here, so major transformations coming in for you. It's kind of funny because I don't remember who I said it to last week, but I got this feeling that the person I was reading for was the Death Rider. I feel like you are becoming death here, Pisces, and I don't mean that in like a negative way. I mean that as in you're just like entering the Matrix. I feel like you're like Neo in the Matrix. You've learned how to work with energy, and now you're the one that's causing change. Maybe you've been uncomfortable with change, which is what this reading says. And now you know what? I'm going to be the one that creates change in my life. I'm going to step up and make things happen. And that's kind of what I get there. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Cups, wishes, wish fulfillment coming in for you. I feel like you need to start putting yourself first, especially in relationships, Pisces. I get too much energy here of kind of like allowing people to walk all over you. I feel like us Pisces, we give people the benefit of the doubt. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. I think that's what makes us special. But at the same time, I feel like you need to get something that you want as well. So if you're in situations where you're not getting what you want, not just love, in work, in business, and otherwise, then I feel like there's an element of needing to stand up for yourself. The Nine of Cups, I always say the guy on that card, he's meant to look chubby and he's about to have a feast. And it kind of represents the fact that he's having a feast because he's experienced a feast in the past. He knows what it's like to have something. And so it kind of is saying to me that if you're repeating something, it's because, again, you're feasting on the energy of whatever that is, if it's like lack or otherwise. But again, I would focus the opposite direction on the things you actually do want and embrace that energy so you can have more good stuff. That's what I feel that's saying. With the Page of Wands, you have the Hermit. I feel like you've been through Dark Night of the Soul, and you're definitely about to shine that light. Like I said, star power earlier in the reading. And with the Death card, you have the Chariot. Definitely a victory coming in for you, Pisces. Damn, I feel like you're charging forward, taking control. I feel like you're earning and burning, snapping necks and cashing checks. Let's put it that way, Pisces. So I feel like you are feeling really good this month. I like it. And again, this is only a taste of what's to come. I am going to do kind of like a personalish reading here, Pisces. So I'm going to pull 3 cards. If you have a question, great. Think of one question and I will answer it with all 3 cards. If you don't have a question, that's great too. I'm just going to put them all together at the end. Or I'm just going to put them all together anyway. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. Literally exactly what the reading says. Number 1, yes, to if you have a question. Number 2, this is literally the reading in a nutshell, which always happens to me when I pull the last 3 cards. So I feel for some of you, this is saying Two of Wands, leave a comfort zone. You're trying to make a decision to leave a comfort zone, but literally leaving a comfort zone will change your life with that Wheel of Fortune. Two of Wands, he's standing where he has always been. Here's his comfort zone right here, this village down here. And he has a whole world in his hands. So I feel like you're much more capable than you realize this month, Pisces. But damn, this is a super powerful reading. I feel like there's a lot of good stuff clearly coming in for you. So thank you for being here, Pisces. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.